Hello everyone, I am teacher Lee Wendy. Today, we will learn about language development and learning support for children aged 3 to 6. Today's content is mainly divided into 4 parts. Now, let's move on to the first part, the significance of early childhood language development, emotional expression, and learning abilities. We will explore the significance of language development in depth from 3 dimensions. First, let's see how language development promotes the enhancement of cognitive abilities. In terms of promoting knowledge acquisition, language is an important tool for young children to acquire knowledge. When children can understand the teacher's explanations, they can understand storylines from picture books and learn natural knowledge from science popularization explanations. In terms of promoting thinking development, language is the medium of thought. When young children use language to express their thoughts, they are actually organizing their thinking. Through continuous language expression, young children's logical and abstract thinking abilities are exercised and enhanced. In terms of developing spatial perception and logical thinking, when children build with blocks, they need to consider the placement angle and sequence of the blocks. Therefore, we should not underestimate these seemingly simple play activities. They are all important carriers for children's cognitive development. Next, let's talk about how language development promotes the cultivation of social interaction skills. From the pictures on the screen, we can see that when children engage in language communication, they not only convey information, but more importantly, build interpersonal relationships. In terms of achieving effective communication, good language ability helps young children clearly express their needs and thoughts. In terms of enhancing empathy ability through language communication, young children learn to empathize and understand others' emotions and feelings. Finally, let's discuss the significance of language development for mental health. In terms of building self-confidence, when young children can fluently express their thoughts and receive praise from others, their self-confidence is greatly enhanced. In terms of releasing emotions, language is an important tool for emotional expression. Young children express their joys, anger, sorrows, and pleasures through language and confide their troubles to their parents. Timely emotional expression helps maintain mental health. After understanding the significance of language development, let's move on to the second part, an analysis of language development characteristics of children aged 3 to 6. First, let's look at the oral expression development characteristics of 3 to 4-year-old children. In terms of vocabulary accumulation, children at this stage have mastered 1,000 to 1,500 commonly used words. In terms of simple sentence structure, 3 to 4-year-old children mainly use simple sentences to express themselves. Next, let's look at the language comprehension ability of 3 to 4-year-old children. In terms of being capable of understanding simple instructions, children at this stage can understand simple instructions involving a single action. In terms of understanding language in daily scenarios, 3 to 4-year-old children can understand the content of daily conversations. By age 4 to 5, young children's language expression shows significant progress. In terms of vocabulary expansion, the vocabulary of children at this stage expands to 2,000 to 3,000 words. In terms of complex sentence structure, 4 to 5-year-old children can skillfully use simple sentences. and the frequency of using complex sentences also increases significantly. They can tell short stories, and although there may still be some issues with word order, the coherence of their expression has improved significantly. The language comprehension ability of 4 to 5-year-old children has also improved significantly. In terms of understanding complex instructions, children at this stage can understand complex instructions involving multiple steps. In terms of the emergence of understanding written language, 4 to 5-year-old children begin to show interest in simple picture book text. By age 5 to 6, young children's oral expression is basically mature. In terms of rich vocabulary, children at this stage have a vocabulary of thousands of words. As can be seen from the pictures on the screen, they become adept at using idioms and proverbs, making their language vivid. In terms of fluent expression, 5 to 6-year-old children can tell longer stories completely and coherently, with clear logic and correct word order. They are also capable of conducting simple debates and speeches expressing their own views. The language comprehension ability of 5 to 6-year-old children is quite perfect. In terms of mastering the understanding of metaphors and fables, children at this stage can understand more abstract language expressions. At the same time, they can understand the deeper meaning in fables. This is an important marker of the development of abstract thinking ability. In terms of enhancing children's reading and response abilities in reading books, as can be seen from the pictures on the screen. 5 to 6-year-old children can independently read simple children's books and can think about and respond to the content. After understanding the language development characteristics of young children at different ages, let's move on to the third part. Support strategies and methods for young children's language development and learning. Next, starting from the development goals, we will share specific educational suggestions and practical support methods. First, let's talk about how to promote the accumulation and application of children's vocabulary. In terms of accumulating vocabulary through reading picture books are the best tool for vocabulary learning. We should choose picture books suitable for the child's age and consciously emphasize new vocabulary during the reading process. In terms of practicing application through role-playing, the most important thing in learning vocabulary is application. We can organize role-playing activities, allowing children to use the learned vocabulary in practical situations. Next, we discuss how to improve children's oral expression ability. In terms of providing opportunities for expression, we need to create ample opportunities for children to express themselves. Activities such as story-sharing sessions and thematic discussions can be organized to encourage children to actively express their thoughts. In terms of correcting expression problems, when children make mistakes, such as incorrect pronunciation or improper word order, we should patiently correct them. But do not criticize directly. Instead, repeat it using the correct expression. Now, let's focus on how to promote the development of children's language comprehension ability. In terms of playing language games. Language games are a good way to improve comprehension ability. In terms of in-depth interpretation of content during picture book reading, we should guide young children to think by asking questions. Picture book reading is one of the most important and effective activities for promoting language development. In terms of choosing appropriate picture books, we should select suitable picture books according to the age characteristics of young children. The pictures should be clear and beautiful, the language should be concise and elegant, and the content should be positive and vivid. For 3 to 4-year-old children, choose picture books with more pictures and less text. For 5 to 6-year-old children, you can appropriately increase the amount of text. In terms of diverse reading methods, we should adopt various reading methods. You can have parent-child reading to enhance bonds, group reading to cultivate concentration, independent reading to foster independence. During the reading process, guide young children to observe the pictures, narrate the content, and express their feelings, making reading a comprehensive language learning activity. In addition to picture book reading, we should also carry out rich and diverse language activities. In terms of language game activities, games such as word chain and picture description can improve children's vocabulary usage and oral expression ability. In terms of cultural immersion activities, we should use traditional nursery rhymes and ancient poetry for enlightenment, allowing children to experience the rhythmic beauty of Chinese. At the same time, we can combine English learning and festival culture to enrich young children's language experience. After understanding the specific support strategies, let's move on to the final part. Homeschool collaboration fosters the language development of young children. We will explore how to achieve effective homeschool collaboration from aspects such as family guidance and homeschool cooperation. First, let's see how to guide children's language development in daily communication. Parents should engage in more meaningful dialogues with their children, not just simple, eat food or go sleep, but have real conversations. At the same time, parents should listen patiently to their children's expressions and give positive responses. In addition to daily communication, conducting specialized language activities is also important. In terms of parent-child reading time, set a fixed time for parent-child reading every day. In terms of family story time, regular family storytelling sessions can be held where children and parents take turns telling stories. This not only enhances children's oral expression skills, but also fosters stronger parent-child relationships. In terms of regular parent meetings, kindergartens should hold regular parent meetings, specifically to exchange ideas on children's language development and educational methods. In terms of daily communication and feedback, teachers should make full use of modern communication tools like class groups to maintain daily communication with parents. Promptly communicate children's language performance to each other and jointly pay attention to growth progress. In addition to communication, carrying out practical cooperative activities is also an important way for homeschool collaboration. In terms of parent-child language activities, kindergartens can organize activities such as parent-child language competitions and parent-child picture book creation. In terms of parent resource sharing, parents with language expertise can be invited to the kindergarten to give lectures and share. Dear students, today's lesson ends here. Thank you for watching and listening. In the next lesson, we will continue to learn about cognitive development and learning support for children aged 3 to 6. Thank you, everyone.